Hello, you're watching Weekly Highlights program on Azərbaycan Televiziya with the major developments of the week. I am your host, İlham Məmmədov. Now first, let's take a brief look at some of the top stories of this week. President İlham got acquainted with the activity of several enterprises in Sabirabad Industrial District and inaugurated barley malt processing facility of Promalt LLC in İmişli. President İlham received Sagar Gobash, Speaker of the United Arab Emirates Federal National Council. President İlham got acquainted with the activity of several enterprises in Sabirabad Industrial District and inaugurated barley malt processing facility of Promalt LLC in İmişli.
President of Azerbaijan Ilham Aliyev familiarized himself with the activities of the agrochemical production facility owned by Himix LLC in the Sabirabad Industrial District. Minister of Economy Mikhail Jabbarov briefed the President on the Sabirabad Industrial District, which was established by a presidential order in 2017. Covering 20.3 hectares, the district is equipped with all necessary infrastructure for business operations. Himix LLC became a resident of the Industrial District in 2021. The facility produces organic mineral powder, chemical, liquid and powder, and granular fertilizers using technologies from Turkey, China, and local sources. The facility employs 16 people on a permanent basis. President Ilham Aliyev familiarized himself with the activities of the seed processing facility owned by Azərbaycan Televiziyasının LLC in the Sabirabad Industrial District. A facility for the production of standard and hybrid seeds has been established here using advanced Turkish technologies. Currently, several types of seed crops are produced at the facility. The facility has an annual production capacity of 500 tons of alfalfa seeds, 800 tons of hybrid corn, 350 tons of hybrid sunflower, 2,000 tons of barley, and 2,000 tons of wheat seeds. Seeds grown at the Sabirabad Pilot Agricultural Park, as well as those obtained from small, medium, and large farming enterprises in the region, are used as raw materials at the facility. The head of our state visited the cotton processing plant of Taşobası LLC. Registered as a resident of the Sabirabad Industrial District in 2023, the plant produces lint and technical fiber using technologies from Turkey, Germany, and Italy. The total project value is 3.3 million manats. Its annual production capacity is 8,000 tons of lint and 10,000 tons of technical fiber. The manufactured products serve both domestic and export markets. Cotton grown in Neftchala, Salyan, Sabirabad, and Satlı districts is used as raw material, creating seasonal employment for 300 people in cotton fields. Overall, 80 permanent jobs have been created at the plant. President İlham visited the water filter production facility of Fırtına Su Sistemleri LLC. The facility, with a project value of approximately 1.2 million manats, produces equipment for liquid filtration and purification using Chinese technology. It plans to manufacture 210,000 filters and 15,000 water filter devices annually. The products, including devices and spare parts, are supplied to the domestic market and exported to Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Turkey. President İlham attended the inauguration of the barley malt processing facility of Promalt LLC. The facility will produce malt, a product obtained by processing barley, the main raw material for beer production, through specialized processes to prepare it for fermentation. Equipped with modern machinery from the Swiss company Biola GmbH and a fully automated processing system, the facility has an annual production capacity of 11,000 tons of barley malt. Implemented through a partnership between the Azerbaijan Business Development Fund under the Ministry of Economy, Azerşeker LLC, and Azersun Holding LLC, the facility has benefited from the tax and customs exemptions under the state's investment incentive program. The barley malt produced at the facility will also supply raw materials to the Carlsberg Azerbaijan beer plant. As the first modern production facility in the South Caucasus specializing in brewing barley processing, the project is significant for advancing agro-industrial integration, technological modernization, sustainable raw material supply, and localization of production in the region. The facility will create 47 jobs.
On October 28th, President İlham Aliyev visited Cəbrayıl district. President İlham Aliyev participated in the opening of the first phase of Horovlu village in Cəbrayıl district on October 28th. Vahid Hacıyev, special representative of the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan in Cəbrayıl, Qubadlı and Zəngilan districts, briefed the head of state on the completed work. Horovlu village, occupied by Armenia in 1993, was liberated by the Azerbaijani army on October 1st, 2020. The foundation of the village was laid by President İlham Aliyev in May 2023. Last October, the head of state and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva inspected the construction of individual houses and social facilities. Covering 248 hectares, Horovlu now has 334 individual houses with 2 to 5 rooms, equipped with modern utilities including water, electricity, gas, solar panels, and high-speed internet. The facades of the houses feature patterns of Karabakh carpets, and intra-village roads have been covered with asphalt. In the first phase, on 94 hectares of land, the construction of 334 individual houses, a 624-seat school, a 220-seat nursery kindergarten, a 2-story administrative building, a market complex, multi-functional catering facilities, a medical center, and a sports health center has been completed. President İlham Aliyev inspected the nursery kindergarten, which features a canteen, play and music rooms, and administrative computer and methodological rooms. Outdoor areas have been designed for engaging activities for children. The head of state toured the modern secondary school building. It includes 26 classrooms, specialized rooms for chemistry, physics, biology, informatics, music, art, and military training, 4 laboratories, a library, a 180-seat assembly hall, an indoor sports hall, a canteen, and an open sports ground. A 4-hectare park complex has been constructed, including a children's play area, sports field, basketball court, table game zone, gazebos, and walking paths connecting the flag square to the market complex. Landscaping includes olive plain and elder trees, as well as natural stones incorporated into the design. 4 buildings destroyed during the occupation were preserved as historical evidence. The 2-story administrative building houses a modern situation center, employing a geographic information system for efficient village management. The platform integrates the master plan, buildings, roads, and utilities, enabling real-time monitoring, decision-making, and 3D visualizations. After reviewing the facilities, President İlham Aliyev met with residents, moving to Horovlu and handed over the keys to their new homes. President İlham Aliyev laid the foundation stone for the Cəbrayıl City Mosque. Nariman Topçubaşov, director of PMD projects, briefed the president on the project. The mosque will cover over 1,530 square meters and accommodate 615 worshippers simultaneously. The 2-story building will provide separate spaces for men and women to perform prayers. In addition, the mosque will feature a community hall, parking lot, and gazebos. The height of the minarets will be 34.2 meters, while the dome will reach 22.6 meters. The head of state laid the foundation stone for the second and third residential complexes in Jebral City. The second residential complex will be constructed on 5.28 hectares. It will consist of 23 buildings with 5 and 6 floors, containing a total of 615 apartments with 1 to 5 rooms. The complex will be equipped with all necessary amenities to ensure comfortable living for residents. Following this, the President laid the foundation stone for the third residential complex, which will cover more than 5 hectares. The complex will feature 25 buildings with 5, 6 and 7 floors, comprising 746 apartments with 1 to 5 rooms. President Ilham Aliyev participated in the opening of the highway leading to the Shafak solar power plant, constructed from the 197th kilometer of the Hacı Gabul Bahramtepe Republic of Armenia State Border Highway in Jebral district. Salih Məmmədov, chairman of the board of the State Agency of Azerbaijan Automobile Roads, briefed the head of state on the project. The road, built according to the fourth technical category, has a total length of 11.5 kilometers and a width of 6 meters with 2 lanes. Its construction was carried out pursuant to the order signed by President of Azerbaijan in December 2024. The head of state laid the foundation stone for the Shams and Ufuk solar power plants, each with a capacity of 50 megawatts, in Shahvalli village of Jebral district. Energy Minister Parviz Shahbazov briefed the head of state on the 50-megawatt Shams solar power plant. This project is an important component of Azerbaijan's green energy strategy and marks the beginning of a new stage in the energy map of Jebral district. In March 2024, a memorandum of understanding was signed between the Ministry of Energy and Noble Energy Company on the construction of a 100-megawatt solar power plant, as well as cooperation in the production, sale and consumption of electric energy. Subsequently, in April of this year, the government of Azerbaijan signed investment agreements with Enerso Jebral LLC for the 50-megawatt Ufuk solar power plant and with Clean Energy Jebral LLC for the Shams solar power plant projects. Last year, 229 hectares of state land in Jebral were allocated for renewables, over 135 hectares for Clean Energy Jebral LLC, and more than 93 hectares for Enerso Jebral LLC. President Ilham Aliyev laid the foundation stone for the Shams solar power plant and then participated in the groundbreaking ceremony for the Ufuk solar power plant. This week, President Ilham Aliyev also visited Zangilan district. The head of state inspected the progress of the second phase of Ağalı village and attended the opening of Mehmetbeyli village in Zangilan district. The second phase includes the construction of 103 houses, of which 55 are 2-room individual houses and 3 are 3-story 2-block townhouse-type buildings containing 36 1-room and 12 2-room apartments. Communication lines have been laid to all houses in the village. All residential and non-residential buildings have been supplied with gas, and combi boilers have been installed in the houses. A park covering more than 2 hectares has also been established in the area. It will serve as an open recreation and entertainment zone for residents of Ağalı and Mehmetbeyli villages, as well as guests. The park area is divided into 5 functional zones, with all necessary conditions created for children's recreation, sports, and entertainment. Various trees and ornamental plants have been planted across the territory. Then President Ilham Aliyev attended the opening of Mehmetbeyli village in Zangilan district. The head of state was briefed on the facilities created in the village. The village covers 51.6 hectares and includes 188 individual houses, 39 2-room, 55 3-room, 55 4-room, and 39 5-room units. Each home has a fence yard, solar panels, and connections to water, electricity, gas, and high-speed internet. Internal roads are fully asphalted. 2 multifunctional non-residential buildings have been constructed, and administrative facilities along with retaining and passage walls are adorned with artistic designs that enhance the village's visual appeal. Situated near Ağalı village, Mehmetbeyli is connected to it via a dedicated passage, ensuring economic efficiency and easy access to Ağalı's infrastructure, including a 360-student secondary school, a 60-place kindergarten, a family health center, household services, a service center, pharmacy, market complex, and other facilities. After touring the village facilities, President İlham Əliyev met with residents relocating to Mehmet Beyli and Ağalı, personally presenting them with house keys. President İlham Əliyev also inspected the newly built 104-apartment residential complex in the city of Zəngilan. The head of state was briefed on the project. The nearly 2-hectare complex comprises 12 buildings, 8 two-story and 4 three-story, with 104 apartments. Interior finishing is complete, guided by modern architectural standards. Amenities include children's playgrounds, sport grounds, 6 above and underground parking areas, electric vehicle charging stations, underground water reservoirs, and a transformer substation. On October 29th, the head of state received Mircea Abrudean, President of the Senate of Romania. Abrudean congratulated the head of state on the normalization of relations between Azerbaijan and Armenia, including the signing of a declaration in Washington in the presence of U.S. President and the initialing of the agreement on peace and establishment of interstate relations between Azerbaijan and Armenia. He expressed hope that this would contribute to ensuring peace and development across the region. Mircea Abrudean voiced satisfaction with participating in the International Parliamentary Conference organized excellently by the Milli Meclis in Baku to mark the 30th anniversary of the adoption of the Constitution of the Republic of Azerbaijan. Highlighting Azerbaijan and Romania as friends and partners, Abrudean emphasized ample opportunities for further developing cooperation. The Senate President underscored the importance of interparliamentary ties and collaboration with international parliamentary institutions in advancing bilateral relations. President İlham Əliyev thanked Mircea Abrudean and acknowledged President Trump's key role in advancing the peace agenda, noting its historic importance for the region. The meeting underscored the strategic significance of the Caspian submarine power cable project involving Azerbaijan, Romania, Georgia, and Hungary for delivering renewable energy from Azerbaijan and Central Asia to Europe. Discussions also covered bilateral cooperation across various sectors. President İlham Əliyev received Sagar Gobash, Speaker of the United Arab Emirates Federal National Council, on October 29th. The Speaker conveyed the greetings of the President of the United Arab Emirates, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, to the head of state and the people of Azerbaijan. Sagar Gobash noted that Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan fondly recalls his visit to Azerbaijan, including his trip to the city of Shusha and his meeting with President İlham Əliyev this September. Hailing the excellent organization of the International Parliamentary Conference dedicated to the 30th anniversary of the adoption of the Constitution of the Republic of Azerbaijan, the Speaker described the event as a clear reflection of Azerbaijan's commitment to constitutional values and sovereignty. Touching on Azerbaijan's development, Sagar Gobash emphasized that it is the result of President İlham Əliyev's visionary policy. He added that the beauty and architecture of the capital city Baku had left a deep impression on him. President İlham Əliyev expresses gratitude for the greetings and asked that his own greetings be conveyed to the President and the people of the United Arab Emirates. The head of state fondly recalled his meetings with Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan in Abu Dhabi, Baku, and Shushar, as well as the discussions held during those meetings. President İlham Əliyev commended the successful development of the United Arab Emirates as an exemplary model, which he said stems from the visionary policy of the late President Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan and the consistent efforts of the country's leadership. Recalling the meeting between the national leader Heydar Aliyev and the late President of the United Arab Emirates, Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, at the Casablanca summit of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation in 1994, it was noted that the foundations for today's relations between the two countries were laid during that meeting. Sagar Gobash congratulated President İlham Əliyev on the establishment of peace in the region and the normalization of relations between Azerbaijan and Armenia. Expressing his gratitude for the congratulations, the head of state said that after Armenia's 30-year occupation of Azerbaijani lands, both sides are now adapting to living in peace. President İlham Əliyev emphasized that Azerbaijan will continue its efforts to ensure lasting peace in the region and to develop transport connections, particularly along the Trip corridor. During the meeting, the sides praised the successful development of relations between Azerbaijan and the United Arab Emirates at the level of strategic partnership across all areas. In this regard, they discussed Mastar's investments in Azerbaijan's renewable energy sector, SOCAR-ADNOC cooperation, and mutual investments. That was all for the week. Thank you for watching us and stay tuned not to miss the next edition of our program.
Təyyarədə gecikmə var. Biraz yubanacağım.
Siz AzTV xəbərə baxırsınız. İndi AzTV-nin mobil tətbiqi ilə ən son xəbərləri istənilən yerdə, istənilən an izləyə bilərsiniz.
Azərbaycan Radyosu 105 FM.
Ulduzlar yatar, bircə baxışla günü oyadar. Gəl baxışınla baharı qaytar, quşlar qayıtsın, qoy qatar qatar.
Hazırdır.
Deməli hələ baxmağa vaxtımız var.
Azərbaycan Qranprisi start verildi. Aslında buradan 2 Williams'ı görürük. Davamı necə gələcək?
Təəssüf edirəm xanım, gecikmisiniz. Konsert artıq başlayıb.
Artıq AzTV-nin yeni mobil tətbiqi ilə bizi istədiyiniz yerdə canlı izləyə biləcəksiniz. AzTV, İdman TV, Mədəniyyət TV, Azərbaycan Radiosu və Beynəlxalq Radio. Hamısı bir tətbiqdə, bir toxunuş uzaqlığında. Bunun üçün mobil cihazlarınızda Android üçün Play Market, iOS üçün App Store-dan AzTV mobil tətbiqini yükləyin.